Imagine a line. This line can be real or imaginary. It can be drawn on a map or marked physically on the ground. It divides one area of land from another. This line is a border. Borders mark the edges of countries. They show us where one country ends and another begins. Some borders are easy to see, like walls or fences. Other borders are natural, formed by rivers, mountains, or other geographical features. These natural borders have existed for millions of years, long before humans started drawing lines on maps. Human-made borders, on the other hand, are relatively recent. They are often the result of historical events, treaties, and negotiations. These borders are lines on a map, but they have real consequences. They determine where people can live, work, and travel. They can also be points of conflict or cooperation between countries. Borders are important because they help us understand the world's organization. They tell us about the political and cultural divisions that shape our world. They also help us understand how people live in different places. Different countries have different laws, customs, and ways of life. By studying borders, we can learn a lot about human history and geography. We can see how people have interacted with each other and with the land over time. Borders can be both barriers and bridges. They can separate people, but they can also bring them together. In a world that is increasingly interconnected, understanding borders is more important than ever. They are not just lines on a map, they are a fundamental part of our world. They show us how humans have divided the world. Borders are important. They tell us about the world's organization. They tell us about the world's organization. They help us understand how people live in different places. They help us understand how people live in different places. Borders are a key to understanding the diversity and complexity of our world. Borders are not just lines on the ground. They are much more than that. They represent the division of territories, cultures, and sovereignties, or a map. They have power. This power is not just symbolic, it is real and tangible. Borders can influence the lives of millions of people. Borders tell us about authority. They show us who is in charge of a particular area. They define the jurisdiction of governments and the reach of their laws. Inside its borders, a country makes the rules. These rules are called laws. Laws are essential for maintaining order and protecting the rights of citizens. Countries use borders to control what comes in and goes out. This includes people and goods. By regulating these flows, countries can protect their economies and security. Borders help countries manage their resources. They can protect their land, water, and other valuable things. This management is crucial for sustainable development. Borders give countries a way to collect taxes. Taxes are money that people pay to support their government. These funds are vital for the functioning of the state. This money helps pay for roads, schools, and other important services. Without these funds, it would be challenging to maintain the infrastructure and public services that citizens rely on every day. One of the main reasons countries have borders is for security. Borders act like fences around a house. They help keep a country safe from danger. This danger can come from other countries or groups of people. Countries with borders can control who enters their territory. They can check people for weapons or other dangerous items. They can also stop people who might want to harm their citizens. Borders also help countries defend themselves if another country attacks. They provide a line of defense and allow a country to better protect its people. Section 4. Cultures and differences. People in different parts of the world often have different ways of life. They have different cultures, languages, and beliefs. Sometimes, borders separate these different groups of people. This separation can happen for many reasons. Sometimes it happens naturally. People in different areas may develop their own unique cultures over time. Other times, borders are drawn to separate groups of people who have different beliefs or values. Borders can help preserve cultural identity. By having their own space, groups of people can maintain their traditions and ways of life. Section 5. The flow of people. Borders affect how people move around the world. Countries use borders to control who can enter and leave. This is called immigration and emigration. To enter another country, people usually need permission. This permission is often given in the form of a visa. A visa is a document that allows a person to travel to another country for a specific purpose. Countries also use borders to control trade. They use borders to decide what goods can be imported and exported. This helps countries protect their economies and businesses. Section 6, open borders, a dream or reality? Some people believe in open borders. Open borders mean that people can move freely between countries without needing passports or visas. Open borders could make it easier for people to travel, work, and live in different parts of the world. It could also help reduce conflict and promote understanding between different cultures. However, open borders also have challenges. Countries might worry about security risks if they cannot control who enters their borders. They might also worry about the impact on their economies and social services. Section 7, the future of borders. Borders have existed for thousands of years. From the earliest civilizations, humans have drawn lines to mark territories, define ownership, and establish control. These lines have often been the cause of conflicts, wars, and negotiations. They have also been the foundation for building nations and fostering a sense of identity among people. They have shaped the course of human history. Empires have risen and fallen, often defined by the borders they established and defended. The Roman Empire, the Ottoman Empire, and the British Empire are just a few examples of how borders have played a crucial role in the rise and fall of great powers. But the future of borders is uncertain. As we move further into the 21st century, the concept of borders is being challenged by new realities. Technological advancements, economic interdependence, and cultural exchanges are blurring the lines that once seemed so clear. Some experts believe that borders will become less important in the future. They envision a world where people, goods, and information flow freely across regions, creating a more interconnected and cooperative global community. They argue that globalization and technology are making the world more interconnected. The Internet, international trade agreements, and advancements in transportation have already started to dissolve the barriers that once separated us. Others believe that borders will remain important. They point to ongoing conflicts, migration crises, and the need for national security as reasons why borders will continue to be relevant. They argue that countries will always need to protect their interests and citizens. Borders provide a way to manage resources, control immigration, and maintain sovereignty. Only time will tell how borders will evolve. Will they become relics of the past, or will they adapt to new global dynamics? The answer may lie in how we address the challenges and opportunities of our interconnected world. But one thing is certain: borders will continue to shape our world for many years to come. Whether as barriers or bridges, they will remain a significant part of our collective human experience.